I didn't.
I was
fucking
making.
do that at all.
I was making $40 a month. I was making $40 a month off the show.
Sorry
And
about
you
your
got rid of that
$40
payday for me. You know what? Give me $40 a month. This person.
Relate.
What do you mean this person?
Who's this person you're talking about? This is Cantillions. What's up, everybody?
I don't think we started recording yet, but if we have,
Oh fuck.
now you just sound, you're just narcissistic. You feel the need to say your name at all time. You sick, twisted individual.
You motherfucker. Okay.
You slimy dog. You slimy. Ooh, I shake my hand at thee. I know.
So you want me to start or?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you're not funny right now is because you're not recording.
Okay. Now you've crossed the line, Bucko. Fire. May brimstone fall upon thee. Have you started recording or?
Oh yeah, start.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Two Friends and X podcast. I am your host, ya boy Smuck, the funniest man in the universe. Also joined by the peeest man on the universe, Tomas.
You're not funny.
Shut up. And also joined by the narcissistic, I guess, dictator, Cantillion, always desperate for power. You can
Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. It was my pleasure, honestly. So we figured for the 30th episode of the podcast, we'd have a very special guest. And so we decided to get back one of our favorite guests of all time on, Cantillion.
Cantillions. You're missing the S there, buddy. But you know what? It's okay. I'm your favorite guest. I'll let it slide.
We've talked about French words, so I figured I'd pronounce your name with a French accent, aka I'll just skip the S.
Cantillon.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't speak French. Only Mr. Owl can.
No, I can.
Like the last episode.
Je parlais de your boy Smoke.
That's terrible.
No, wait. That's that was terrible.
Yeah.
It's je parlerai le mes Smoke, I think, and it's je parlais un petit de le français.
So do you just like repeat that sentence to every chick at the bar?
Yes.
And just automatically hear the panties drop all around you?
Yes, that is my magic trick when it comes to pickup lines, is that I just say the same sentence in French, and then I pray to the Lord Almighty that they don't know any French.
You're taking a little page out of Dexter's book with omelette du fromage.
Is that do you mean like the serial killer Dexter?
No, Dexter's Laboratory? No, you know what? Last time I was on this show, I referenced Rugrats, and you had no idea what I was talking about. Now I'm referencing Dexter's Laboratory, and you guys still don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't have a childhood.
Look, here's the thing, right? It's different because it's different, what's it called? It's different languages. So, like, when he says it in French, I'm not sure if he says it in French in the Swedish version or if he says it in English. Could be. I don't know. Shit's crazy, you know? It's you don't want to be lost in translation.
Just move to America.
Dora the Explorer talks English in the Swedish version, so...
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So instead of talking Spanish, she talks English?
Yeah. So, like, when she talks Swedish normally, but then when she's like, oh, say these words, it's in English instead of learning you Spanish, because why would a Swede need Spanish?
So it's like,
Spain.
Bork, 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 let's go! Bork, 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 bork is pretty much how...
Wow. That is so... I don't even want to utter the words you just said, but... Let's move on from that, because when you brought something very important up, which was the pickup line game, and it got me thinking, Cantillion, if that is your true name, let me just preface this by saying, do you have a girlfriend?
I do not have a girlfriend, no.
All right. Wonderful. So when you
And
go
so-
out to the bar, do you have a go-to like line?
No, I just flash my very attractive smile. I go over there. I smell their hair, and I rub my my pee on them.
Oh, without saying anything, you just do this all very silently.
Nothing.
Oh,
I very silently. You know what? And the secret is if you're going to be smelling a woman's hair, you can't be like the whole. You can't do that. I mean, you try to not. I know it's hard. You have to fight against the urge, but it's like a quick little like you just kind of walking past them, just like a little sniff.
Do you wipe your dick on them really quickly too, or is that like prolonged, like just a sniff?
Yeah, no, it's just like it. Especially that's why you go to crowded bars.
Oh, because, so it's like you just do it while passing. Okay.
Exactly. You put your hands up in the air, and you're just like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry." Well, actually, I can't even talk to women because I get so nervous. So I'm just
yeah, but you're looking down. You're looking down on the floor. You're doing the beta male smile and walking down, looking at the floor.
Exactly, or the white guy where you don't really show your teeth, you just kind of do that weird like grin. Like, your mouth kind of puckers up, and you're just like,
what is that called? The black. But like, isn't that just every human? Every human does that little smile, like
I mean, I think other other races might actually talk to people.
Tomas, we're gonna need your insight as the what's that word? Token. As the token non-white person here, we're gonna need your insight whenever you're done fighting off those barbarians, as you're doing right now, in a very brave manner.
Wait, Tomas is not white?
No, he's.
No. You can tell by my profile pic.
He's of Mexican descent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey.
So I'm brown.
Oh my God!
Would
I never would have thought that.
Yeah. Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like leaving now? Do you feel like showing your true colors? White?
No, I'm okay.
He is white. It's on his profile pic. Also some blue for some reason.
Yeah, a bit of blue.
Oh, because you're talking about my profile picture that is left shark.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl from how many years
Katy
ago?
Perry. Yeah, I think it's like
Katy Perry.
4 years?
4 years, 5 years ago. I'm keeping up with the modern memes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Tomas, do you do that?
Do I what?
No. Go on. I'll keep mine in mind. I don't forget.
I was going to ask a question that docks Tomas or Tomas or whatever.
Go for it. But I'm sure he's not going to answer.
Of course, you can dox me at this point after doing the fantastic podcast that was the Chris Can't cast with Chris the Kiwi.
Was?
Yes.
Oh, very sorry to hear that.
It's okay. But everybody knows where I live, who I am, what I do. But
where's that?
Where's what? Where I live?
Yeah.
I live in California there, Tomas, and I heard that you also live on the West Coast.
He also lives in California.
County?
Do we live in the same county? I don't know, actually. Maybe.
Please, you.
Because I'm pretty sure I saw you message that like a year ago in the Discord, and I was like, Can
you please do Can you please meet up for an intro for this podcast? That would be very nice.
No.
Please just meet up and do a high five.
I'm not doing that.
All right, you'll have to set this up after the podcast, Tomas. I'll PayPal you $10.
He's probably like a 20-minute drive away. That's too far.
No, shut up. You'll have to do this. I'll pay you $10. Just do this for me, please. I need this.
I'm in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, he doxed himself. I'm working. No.
Cantillions is in Long Beach, I'm guessing.
No, I'm in South Orange County.
Orange County. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
this is
south?
so fascinating, guys. Let's continue this going.
Wow, this is
so
amazing.
Like in Mission Viejos, like that south, or?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Cities.
You're insane. Your Mexican.
Talk about
Your Mexican brain is mixing up these English names with like
I'm just curious.
Los Angeles.
No, Mission Viejo.
Tomas, do you
Laguna Niguel, Lake Forest, Irvine, somewhere around there.
Do you do the like little smirk sometimes? Do you do the little smirk, like when you see another human being, but you don't want to like wave at them because that's like beta, so you just do a little smirk and you nod your head. Do you do that?
To greet someone?
Yeah, to greet someone that you don't really know, but you've gotten eye contact for so long that you have to do something. So you just like smile and you nod a little bit, and then you keep walking.
Maybe.
Do you do that? Okay, maybe that's not an answer. This is
yes.
Okay, you do.
For someone I just met, I guess, yeah.
Cantillions, so it's not a white dude thing.
No, I'm not talking about smirk. I'm talking about it's a very like upward grin. It's like where you kind of like just like flex your cheeks a little bit.
Do you mean like the rape face that KSI used to do when he was funny?
Sure. Let's go with that. Yeah. Why
okay.
not? I don't know any of these things.
No, it's just like a big grin, or is it like a small grin? I want you to explain this to me.
It's a small, since this, I'm going to have to work my radio, the theater of the mind on the radio. It's the you take your lips, you kind of purse them together a little bit,
and like you
almost have like a Grinch, and like you just kind of like curl your the sides of your lips to where you're like your cheeks are like all inflated, and it's kind of like a little it's just like a little
tiny smile. Yeah, no,
tiny grin.
I think I know what you mean.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And that's what white people do. That
is a white person.
That is a traditional
white person thing.
White greeting.
Yeah, that's traditionally how white people used to greet each other back in the medieval ages.
Exactly.
Very, very interesting. Like that? Is that it?
Like that? Yeah, sure. But that's way.
Is it too big? Is it too big? Or
the nose is too big? Yeah,
that's perfect.
Oh, come on, man, that's hurtful. You know I'm sensitive about my nose.
Wait, her?
Huh?
Oh, calm the fuck. You're not doing it. No, I'm not doing this 3 episodes in a row. Speaking about the medieval ages, do you guys want to know 17th century boat fact that you might not know or might know?
I
just
love
Google
boats.
This.
No, it's something I've learned throughout my studies now in university. I found this very interesting, so I wrote it down.
Okay.
So back in the 17th century, in the East Indian Company, they used to use their cannons to like shoot at each other, but it wasn't to harm the other person, but it was to communicate and be like, "Hey, we're here." And if somebody died, you'd send like 4 shots or something. If you just wanted to say hi, you sent 2. Very complicated stuff. And I read about it like sometime, I think it was in the middle of the 17th century. Some British boats just completely destroyed a couple of Chinese boats and killed a couple Chinese when they wanted to say hi, but they fucked it up and they accidentally shot the other boats down. And it became a real big thing where China was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And Britain was like, "Oh, sorry, mate. Just trying to be funny. Just trying to say hi, mate."
Trying to be funny.
I don't know why, but that really stuck with me. That at least 3 people, I think it was 3 or more people, got killed because the Brits wanted to say, "Oi, howdy, mates." And
for one thing, the Brits don't say howdy. And for the second thing, how Chad of a fucking Navy do you have to be where your greeting is literally shooting cannons at each other? It's like, "Hey, motherfucker, how you doing?" Bam, bam, blam. Like, that is so cool. I am so happy you told me this fact.
Yeah, no problem. I think it should be reinvented because I think it can be. Like when you drive by someone on the highway, if you want to say hi, you just take a gun, aim it up in the air, like outside your window, and just shoot up.
Well, Tomas, I think that's what they do in Long Beach. Or at least San Pedro, right?
No, I was joking. I live in the Laguna Niguel, fortunately.
Oh. Okay, well, then that's what they do in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, I just thought that was interesting. And the reason I wrote it down more specifically is because I can only imagine that, like, the 3 people that, at the very, very smallest amount that died from it, must have been very embarrassing. Must have been very, very embarrassing to have been killed by a greeting. by a fucked up high.
It's just an accident.
It's like getting a high five, but instead of a high five, it's just a gun to your face.
Yeah, I just thought that was like the most embarrassing way to die. Like there is no greater shame than having to go home to the family and be like, yeah, he died on the big sea, and they're like, oh, what was it? Was it scurvy? Was it pirates? Did he die bravely? And they're like, just like, no, the Brits tried to do a classic reading and they accidentally shot him in the head. He splattered all across the seafloor as we speak. It's very tragic. We can't really get you the corpse. He got eaten by fish. Yeah.
You know what? It's so funny. Like human beings used to die of caveman deaths all the time. You know, like rocks falling on your head, giant, metal balls. That's not really two cavemen, but you get the idea.
What? Giant metal balls? What are you talking about? Like,
well, a cannon.
Oh, okay.
People used to die. Now what do we die of? Heart disease.
Small little balls of metal.
Small balls of metal if you live in certain places. I mean, God, like, our deaths these days are just not nearly as badass as they used to be.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is if I become president of the United States, I'll make sure that dying is cool again.
Hell yeah. Tomas, will you vote for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Tomas, if you had the choice how to die, what would you choose?
Live. I want to live.
No, okay, but we're saying like
wants to live.
Let's say the god of death, like Lady Death, comes up to you and she's like,
can I ask
Tomas.
Wait, is she hot?
Well, are you gonna do like what Deadpool does and try to be like, yeah, hey, lady, what's up?
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to seduce Death? Okay, let's say Death is like, all right, if you die in a cool way, I'll let you go on a date with me in the afterlife. What's your idea? What's your plan? What's your go-to, Tomas? Do you do like a backflip on a motorcycle and then land on your head in a pit of sharks?
Why would I do that?
Because you want to impress Lady Death so you can get that date.
Oh, true. But I could just move on and get another date.
Well, no, because Lady Death's like, you're gonna die this day anyways.
Oh.
Like, she just comes up to you and she's like, yeah, on the 19th of May, 2022.
Can I just kill her then?
You're gonna die. No. Would you... Cantillion, do you want to answer the question? I feel like somebody isn't willing to play the game. It's like,
if I was going to die in the badass way possible, so thinking about sailboats and boats.
Yeah, while we're on the topic,
like a boat falls on you. That's how you die.
No, what I would do is I would be like that swashbuckler with a knife in his mouth, with ripped.
Oh, so you choke on a knife. Or linen. That's not badass.
No, like linen
accidentally
pants.
Swallow it.
No, but like linen pants that are cut up, to like very up towards the thigh. My shirt off, like my muscles rippling in the sunlight.
And then you'd be shot by like.
Wait. What are we talking about? What are we talking about again?
We're talking about how the most. If you knew exactly what day you were gonna die, would you try to die in a more badass way? I feel like you're just fantasizing about being a pirate now. I think you might have lost the thread.
I think I lost the thread. No, actually, what I would do, honestly, is that I would be like the guy up like in the crow's nest of a ship, like hanging on a rope, like trying to go over and like
you gonna hang yourself.
Okay, but how would this?
No, but I'd miss it. I'd miss it and I'd like fall like onto another ship and like fight a whole bunch of other pirates. Dude, that would be so badass. That would be a fucking cool way to go out.
Yeah, that would be a little bit cool, I guess.
What if you
so you become like a Somalian pirate? That's what you're telling me?
No, not Somalian. Those guys. No. This is the thing.
How else would you
piracy? I studied piracy when I was in school.
Like
those guys aren't real pirates.
Very I can only imagine that's a very profitable business to go to college and be like, well, I'm going to become a pirate. Do they teach that in common?
Like these modern Somali pirates are literally coming up like in inflatable raps and being like, "Oh, look at me, I'm the captain now." Like, no, that's no. Like real pirates are those motherfuckers. It is a great line. That's a great movie.
You should write a movie about that.
Oh, should I call it Captain Can't?
Captain Can't. Captain Can't do what?
Captain Can't. It's Captain Can't get scurvy.
Oh,
Camp Man gets scurvy.
Because he's got so many. He's got so many oranges. Can't get scurvy.
No. Oranges cure scurvy. That's the secret. That and onions.
Yeah, exactly. So he can't get scurvy. Yeah,
exactly. Oh, because I can't get scurvy.
Do you want to know another fun fish fact? If you ever do become a pirate,
let's do it.
Okay. Did you know if you want to avoid getting scurvy, but you don't have any fruits available, the best way to avoid it is to eat the fish eyes if you fish, because the fish eyes or eyes in general have vitamin C in them, at least mostly.
Oh, I thought they had vitamin F.
Is that a build up to a joke? Oh.
No, that was really that was a really bad joke.
How's your cool way to die?
My cool way to die, fuck, man. I didn't really, I kind of passed it on, and then didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
I guess like just vaping.
Vaping? That's not.
Yeah, just like being in the middle of the street and pulling out a fat vape and then just collapsing on the floor.
What's the more realistic way to how you would die, Smuck? How do you think you would actually die?
A more realistic way of how I would die?
Yeah, how do you think you will?
Okay,
your life will end.
Okay, how about we change that scenario, because that's just depressing. And
okay, fine. We'll move on to Cantillions. I think it'd be what's it called? Chris. He can come after you. Honestly.
Who's Chris?
Chris the Kiwi.
Who's Chris?
Actually, Cantillions, talk about your show. Your previous show.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's talk about your show that might have died. I don't know.
That might have died. No, I will say, Smuck, it completely died.
Why did it die?
So if anybody who does not know, I am Cantillions, from the host of Chris Can't Cast. It was a fantastic show that lasted a whole bunch of 11 episodes.
Didn't Dick like it?
Based on,
from the Dick Show?
Dick from the Dick Show absolutely loved the show, and that's actually, there's a whole other story behind that, and I'll get to it later.
All right.
So if anybody who actually really knows that, I'm sure if you're listening to our show, or if you listen to our show, you also listen to this show. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of, cross-pollination. But Chris Kiwi was a very interesting, autistic, socially maladjusted man from Australia who was infamous for wanting to threaten women, or did threaten women, cut off women's tits, fingers, etc. because they would not talk to him.
Okay, wait. So you associate it with a known serial killer?
I would not say that he was a serial killer. Okay. There is no hard evidence that he was a serial killer, but he definitely had the tendencies of most other incels out there.
Okay.
And my job on the show was, for one thing, just to talk to him, because hey, if he's talking to somebody on the internet, that's one less hour, or less 3 hours every Wednesday that he could be killing somebody. So that was the whole reason. Maybe have this guy not kill somebody for 3 hours. Maybe somebody's life will be extended for 3 hours.
Now I'm very sad to hear that show ended.
It was a great show.
It was a great show.
What I've heard, I haven't listened to
it. From everything that we talked about was like from conspiracies, because he thought that vaccines cause autism, to that's it. Like the Jews control the world. And yeah, he was just a really kind of a wacky guy, kind of like the Dick Show Whack Pack. If you're familiar with Howard Stern, he was pretty much like a Beetlejuice, or like a Hank the Angry Dwarf of the Dick Show. Oh. And I would talk to him every week, and eventually we had another fan, quote unquote, of the show named Cameron Clarke. Thought I went a little bit too far in our final episode, which I could have maybe gone a little bit too far.
Right.
And he decided to convince Chris that I was only making fun of him. Which, if I was only making fun of him, I could have really made fun of him. I actually try to help the guy out a little bit.
It's all this guy's fault.
So, yeah, and then then long story short, Chris decided to take down the entire series from the internet using DMCA requests, copyright requests, and now it's no longer. But you can find it on the torrent, on the dark, deep web, and go to twitter.com/Cantillions to find that link. And there you go. That's my story.
Oh shit! Now that's something that's actually interesting. You know, if you send me the link, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Don't at me, bro.
No, it's backup guest. He wants to be on because I told him he'd be on because Cantillions was not answering until last night.
Oh.
So I was like, I gotta find new guest. But then after Cantillions,
bring him in. That's fine. I'll be second ring. I don't care.
Oh, I could. All right.
Fuck, are you really? Wasn't Cameron Clarke the guy that was on the second episode of this podcast?
What?
No, wait, that's Camel Senpai. Okay, I'm completely.
I don't think we ever had Cameron Clarke.
Haven't we? I remember that name somehow, and it's not related to.
His name goes around the servers.
He's very infamous right now.
I swear to God, I've talked to him before. I swear on the Lord, and if you know me, you know that I know the Lord. Are you? What? Oh my!
He keeps messaging me.
What are you talking? Oh no!
Oh no! Who is this?
I hope he won't.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, hello, Cameron Clarke.
Yeah, it's me, Cameron Clarke.
Have we talked before?
I don't believe so.
My name is your boy Smoke. Have we never talked before? Just making sure.
It's a shame. It seems like a shame that we haven't spoken before.
Yes, it truly does.
Well, now you guys can get to know each other right now.
Yeah, Cameron, why don't you talk a little bit about yourself? We know a little bit about you already, but I'd love to hear more.
All right. Well, my name is Cameron Clarke. I run a podcast empire. So far, I have two extremely successful podcasts called The Cameron Clarke Show and the
Already shilling SMH my head.
Yeah, that is.
I'm a very respected and well-known musician and songwriter.
Okay. All right.
I've written many Steven Universe fan fictions that you can check out. You go Google my Steven Universe fan fictions. I'm everywhere. I'm a jack of all trades, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of jacking it, I guess. Do you want to? No, we can talk about the fanfics later.
Okay.
I'd
love to.
Yes. We'll get to it. Don't you worry.
We could dive into Steven Universe at some point. That's what I really want to sink my teeth into.
Yes.
Oh man, I cannot wait to hear all about your Steven Universe fanfics there, Cameron Clarke.
I can't wait to tell you.
I'm fucking fascinating.
Now,
I'm sure.
Yeah, Cameron, if you would like to explain a little bit, what's your relationship to a guy? What was the guy's name? Richard? Was that the name?
Richard.
No.
I don't know many.
Cantillions, is that? What was the other guy's name?
Chris.
You're talking about Chris the Kiwi is what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right?
yes, Chris.
Yeah. Cameron, why don't you go ahead and talk about your relationship?
Can you explain your relationship with him? Because that would really enlighten me right now.
My relationship with Chris the Kiwi, I don't know. We talk occasionally.
Okay.
Destroy podcasts. That's fine. Whatever.
Destroy.
Is that true?
Yeah, destroy. Yeah.
No, it's not true.
How'd you destroy it?
Oh, it's not
Cameron?
true.
No. Cantillions destroyed his own podcast with his own.
I destroyed my own podcast.
Okay, how though? Explain.
My own hubris.
Yeah. You thought you thought you could get away with both trying to be the helpful guiding hand, helping Chris the Kiwi to better himself, but at the same time you're laughing with the audience and calling him a fucking retard.
Laughing with the audience. That is such a horrible thing to do as a podcast host, right, Cameron? You know what the thing is? You would actually be able to laugh with your audience. Hey, why don't you let me fucking finish? You would actually know how to laugh with your audience if you made your audience fucking laugh for once.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, is it you making your audience laugh, or is it the freak show that you've created around an autistic person?
I would say that maybe just a little bit. That maybe this guy who actually tried to start his own podcast by himself, I don't think that would even be capable. I don't think he'd even do that. I was the one and only person who actually had some sort of rapport with him, and I honestly did try to help him out, and all of a sudden you had to come in here and be like, hey, you know what, like, fuck Cantillions, just go do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because why? Because he's not trying to help you out whatsoever. No, that's bullshit, dude.
No, you weren't trying to help him out.
That,
okay.
Absolutely, I was trying to help him out.
Okay, so for someone...
Okay, all right.
For someone that doesn't know anything about the situation, I would love... Because I honestly have no idea about this podcast. I don't know anything about it. Other than, like, Cantillion and this guy used to do a podcast, like, once a week, a while ago. And then, Cameron, you talked to him because you had the idea that Cantillions was manipulating and using him.
Yeah, the idea. I mean, I would say that's entirely the purpose of the podcast that they did together. Yeah.
Okay, but in what way?
Okay.
Well, because everybody knows that Dick has great interest in Chris the Kiwi, and he loves getting little Chris the Kiwi clips to play. So I mean, that's the whole purpose of the podcast, pretty much, is to get stuff for Dick and to impress Dick and make Dick laugh. It's a little bit machine for the Dick show.
Okay. But if I were to ask, then what would you say would be a purpose with a podcast of that style? Because from what I understand, it seems as if the podcast intention was to be comedic in nature, so it would make sense that maybe you would highlight some of the more comedic parts.
Yeah, the purpose of the podcast is to bring like a fucking weird autistic guy onto a show and like make him say ridiculous, like goad him into saying ridiculous shit, and then I guess dressing him down and virtue signaling, as you would call it.
Virtue signaling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. What did we? Give me some examples of virtue signaling, please.
All right. When he got Chris to talk about how he sometimes empathizes with mass shooters, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's virtue signaling.
Well, no, he started, opening up and saying that sometimes he does feel a way that maybe mass shooters have felt. He empathizes with them sometimes, and then you took that opportunity to basically insult him and mock him for it. You put him down instead of trying to understand that why he would feel that way. You just told him that it was wrong, basically.
So it's not wrong to empathize with mass shooters. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will definitely say that is a virtue signal. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Yeah, you took it as an opportunity to tell the audience how great and not psychopathic you are. That's great.
Well, because I am great and not psychopathic. Yes, I'm glad you agree with me.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Okay, let's give me another example of me virtue signaling besides the because obviously it seems like you've brought this conversation up multiple times. This is the one sticking point that we have, is that you are like, oh, you made fun of them for being sympathetic with school shooters. That's the one. Give me another one, please.
The vaccine thing.
Okay. So, all right. Well, the fact that vaccines actually save millions of lives. Sure. All right.
What are you trying to fucking argue with this guy for it on? Like, what the fuck does it matter?
Well, isn't it kind of comedic to talk to somebody about like why they think vaccines doesn't work and be like, well, actually they do work, and you're being kind of an idiot. Isn't that kind of comedic in nature?
Yeah,
for somebody to not believe in that.
If the person wasn't legitimately fucking like mentally disabled,
well,
if it was just some regular idiot coming in and saying that caused autism.
I would. Oh, sorry. This is your show. Continue.
No. It's completely fine. I'm just a bit because I don't know the context about any of this at all. Yeah. I just want to get a fair understanding of both sides. how is it not like? How do you know like what determines what makes somebody actually sick and somebody stupid? When it comes to this, because isn't everybody that believes that vaccines is causing kids autism and stuff like sick in a way?
Or just like or misguided, or they've been impressed upon by
I have a question for you, Cameron Clarke. Do you ever listen to Alex Jones?
Like occasionally. Why?
Do you laugh at Alex Jones?
Not really. Why?
Because
why is Alex Jones mentally disabled to you? Do you think think Alex Jones is autistic?
A lot of his conspiracy theories. I think a lot of his conspiracy theories are pretty out there, and you know what?
He's catering to disabled people.
Yeah, true. Okay, I'll give you that. Yes, he is actually.
Maybe.
And so, have you ever laughed at anybody that has a little bit of kind of out there wacky ideas? Ever?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so that was the drive of the Chris Cantcast, is somebody who has some wacky out there ideas, who threatens people, who is literally in courts for threatening people.
Yeah, and let me talk about the threatening thing, because like I do think you send some real mixed messages with the threatening thing, because like you made it a fucking joke. Like, it was a big gag that he would fucking threaten people, and you laugh about it, but then you'd say, no, don't do that, but we're laughing at you and we're giving you attention right now for doing this. And like,
but
of course he's gonna keep threatening people.
I don't understand, because I said multiple times I'm laughing about it, and I've said to him offline and online, do not threaten people. It is absolutely out of line, and I am laughing at you. And I've said it on the show, and I've also said it to him in private. Hey, I'm laughing at what you're doing. I am never laughing at him because he has autism. Never once have I said, oh, you are.
Well, why do you think he does? Why do you think he does what he does?
Because he definitely has.
Because he's fucking autistic.
Ability. Yeah, but you know what? He's also smart enough to understand at points what he's doing is wrong. Right. And I will definitely say, when he was doing the whole threat bet with Dick, and so everybody knows, is that Dick Masterson was going to pay him $100 if he does not threaten people for a week. And you know what? He honestly, seriously curtailed his threats to people during that week.
Yeah.
And so, you know what? He actually has the mental facilities to understand what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's in full capacity at all.
Doesn't matter if it's in full capacity. Nobody should be promoted to do something like this. And it was my goal to not only kind of stop it, but also kind of have some fun along the way. Because this is a shit show of a human being.
Yeah.
Who honestly, it just wants to be loved. He's not that bad of a guy.
Well, by putting him on a podcast, not only do you like incentivize him to act out and to give stuff to talk about on the podcast.
Would you say that the podcast was negative towards him? Like, would you say that the podcast was like quite clearly there to make fun of him, and Cantillions made fun of him on the episodes?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So then clearly it was an effort to show him how stupid and how foolish some of his ways of thinking are, and yeah. So wouldn't that be a good thing for him to have somebody tell him like, "Hey, yo, dude, stop that," and maybe laugh at him sometimes? Because sometimes that can even help if somebody laughs at you at some of the actions that you do, because that would give you like room to think and be like, "Well, what am I doing wrong?"
That's not how the turbo autism works, though.
That's how. As the show went on, he honestly was like, hey, you know what? Maybe you're right. He said that to me multiple times. You can listen back to the show. He said that multiple times, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, maybe you're right. Was that not true? Cameron, you listened to the show.
Well, I listen to some of it, but I mean, of course he's going to agree sometimes. There's going to be moments of lucidity,
so wait.
Yeah.
You're saying that you listened to some of the show and you're trying to lambaste me about how I did everything wrong and you only listened to some of it?
Yeah.
Bro, if you're going to be going out there and actually saying that I was a horrible person and was doing a terrible job by Kiwi standards.
So there's just so much more I can pull from.
There's a lot more you can pull from, you fucking idiot.
I'm sorry I'm not a super fan, Cantillions.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe you should. Maybe you realize how great of a person I am if you actually listen to the whole goddamn show.
Cameron,
make
your homework, listen to the entire podcast this time, and then do some research.
Yeah, it's on torrent right now. Go to twitter.com/Cantillions. You can find the entire torrent of the Chris Cantcast because you cannot take shit down from torrents.
Oh yeah, I see fucking Sagacious Zoo, right? He's the one doing this.
Yes, thank you very much, Sagacious Zoo. You know what? Because he's a real fan, unlike you, Cameron Clarke. You piece of shit. It's getting kicked off from every single TDS fan community. Nobody fucking likes you.
You can't say that when you're the one kicking me from one of them, one of three.
Yeah,
now,
I did kick you. You know why? Because every single time you were the one who planted in Kiwi's little fucking small brain that he can actually get everything taken down for copyright infringement. You know what? He did.
I didn't
I was making $40 a month. I was making $40 fucking dollars a month off the show.
Sorry,
and you got rid of that payday for me. You know what? Give me $40 fucking dollars a month.
All right. I'll DM you. We'll figure something out.
Cameron, how much are you making, honestly?
Oh, I'm making bank, kid. I'm making bank. I just put my podcast on iTunes, and I'm making all that iTunes money now.
Yeah, that's where the real money's at. I've heard from some people. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just trying to make a point about I'm not sure autism is like. Yeah, I know autism is bad and all, but like I don't think we should have it to the same standards as like some very, very strong mental disability, such as like being, I forgot the word of it, you know, when they go they can't barely speak.
Well, it's a spectrum, you know.
Yes.
Some autistic people are like you can barely even tell, and some people are like Chris or Chris Chan.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't know anything about this. Like I want to give both of you the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe both of you as best as I can, right? And I give me the best description you can of my boy.
Your boy. Well, first of all, Cantillions is I guess
not of Cantillions. He's busy pissing right now. So
yeah. Would an innocent man leave a podcast to urinate?
Kiwi.
Sometimes you gotta go.
It's like what was that?
Would Hitler pee? Would Hitler pee?
Where that guy goes into the bathroom and he just mutters under his breath when he's still got the microphone on. He's like, "Yeah, I fucking killed him." That's what Cantillions is doing right now. He's in there. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I took advantage of the Kiwi. I know. That's what I did."
Okay.
I mean, that's your perspective.
Yeah.
So, who is this Kiwi dude? I don't know anything about him.
All right. Well, Chris the Kiwi, he just like showed up out of nowhere, I guess, because he's a big Dr. Phil fan or something like that. And he saw
that's ironic.
And he saw the Dr. Phil clip of Dick, and I guess he looked into the Men Are Better Than Women website and possibly the book. And then he emailed Dick asking for advice about his romantic life, because he was trying to date a prison inmate that he met on like an inmate pen pal site.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dick tells him to call him to the Dick Show and gives him like a Discord invite. So Chris gets into the Discord and immediately starts like hitting on all the women in there, like Dr. Nurse, who was about to call in, I believe, for the first time. And this woman Panette, and after they rejected him, he just immediately starts threatening them and saying he's gonna like chop their tits off and all that kind of shit.
Well, don't reject him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, Dick took great interest in the guy, and Cantillion started to show up with him. He's called into the Dick Show a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If I may interject then.
Yeah.
Isn't it inherently funny to have a guy that started pen paling with an inmate, and then the second he got contact with other females, he started flirting, and then started to threaten to shut their tits off when they said no?
Yeah.
Isn't that inherently a bit, at least a little bit funny?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to have somebody start a podcast that fuels that comedic sense, I just want to understand what's your problem with this podcast inherently with them doing it.
It just goes too far and like mocking the guy when because he's not aware when he's being made fun of, which is often.
Okay. So
that's true.
Cantillion would make like a comment about like you're being like I don't know, a bit more subtle, but it would essentially mean like, oh, you're being a fucking idiot right now, but he wouldn't understand it. And he would be like, oh no, keep going, or something like that.
Yeah, patronize. I don't know.
Okay.
It felt wrong, especially listening to go listen to the last episode. Anybody listening to this, go listen to the last episode, the Chris Can't cast, which I guess you gotta pirate now.
Yeah, it's on his Twitter.
I'm sure we can put it in the description if we get a link.
Don't put it in. I'm gonna have to.
Okay, we can't do that.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, just saying, if we get a strike, let's just say episode 31 will be named fucking Clark Kent.
I need fucking Cantillions back here because I do have something to say on this.
Oh, he just got back. That's
perfect.
Let's hear it.
All right, Cantillions. I did not tell Chris to fucking report all the Patreon and the iTunes and shit.
All right, so where do you get the idea from?
It was his idea.
If he's so autistic, obviously he can't just get that idea from just out of thin air. You know what I mean?
He asked me if he could do it and how to do it.
Okay.
So I told him how to do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I tell him to do it. You know, in fact, I told him to not report the Patreon. I said you should ask him to just remove your images in the podcast episodes, and maybe he could.
Well, you were included in that thing too. You were included in that thread, and then I got a message from Patreon saying that, hey, now we have a takedown notice on your account, and I was like, you know what, this is fucking done. They said if you do not solve this within a couple of days, it's done. So I was like, okay, you know what, it's finished.
He wanted to do it. He wanted it all off the fucking internet.
Well, yeah, welcome to the Barbra Streisand effect, where it's not going to be off the internet ever again.
Well, once something's on the internet, it's never off the internet. But
that's what I'm saying, and that's what he doesn't get.
Well, some things fall into obscurity.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was going to happen no matter what. I don't think this podcast.
I just mean like reporting it and doing stuff like this, like that makes it last longer. If he just would have like started ghosting Cantillion or something like that, maybe it would have fallen into obscurity, something like that.
Well, the thing is, you realize that the entire purpose of the fucking show is to make fun of him, and now he feels fucking bad about it.
Okay,
Chris feels bad.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't think that would be humiliating a little bit? To just realize that the show that you've done 11 episodes of, the entire purpose is 11. Everybody's just making fun of me and laughing at me like a fucking
everybody,
like it's a freak show.
Everybody online.
Oh yeah,
I got made fun of constantly. Not even because I was, talking to Chris. I was made fun of being a podcast host. Yeah, that's the way it goes. That's welcome to the internet.
Well, you should be made fun of for being a podcast host.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, man.
Fantastic host. Yeah. No, he's talking about me.
No, I'm talking about any podcast host. Not just
come on, man. This is hurtful.
You're fantastic. I have to say, you are a great host.
Thanks.
Even though you have Tomas as your co-host, so that must be tough.
He appreciates it too. Anyways, keep going. I suppose. If you don't want to talk about any of this, that's fine. Like, if you two just want to talk about something,
I want to hash this out.
Okay.
You know what though, Cameron, I will definitely say, Cameron, one thing I'll give you is that you are a fantastic troll. I'm not even sure if you consider yourself a troll or whatever it is.
You're
really fucking good at it.
I'm just a guy, you know.
You're just a guy.
Just living my life.
Are you friends with Kiwi? I'm just gonna call him Kiwi because I can't remember his name. Okay, but you would consider yourself a friend of him.
Well, I guess
right?
so. He just I guess he just went through my Facebook friends list and friended literally everybody.
Yeah.
So
you would wanna you want the best for him, right? You want the best for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cantillions, just on a whim, would you say that you tried to help him with your podcast, or was it just all for personal gain? I mean, that feels too incriminating.
Fair question. No, fair question.
Yeah. Would you say that the majority of it was for personal gain and / comedy or whatever entertainment?
Approval from Dick Masterson.
But would you say at least a part of it was to try to help him? I just want
to. First of all, yes, it was originally for comedy.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was never actually just for approval from Dick Masterson. That's one thing I can definitely say.
That was one part of it.
That was just a side effect of it. I never wanted approval. Shut the fuck up, Cameron. Seriously. Jesus Christ.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Thank you. No, okay. It started off really purely as comedy. I thought that Chris was a really weird character, and for whatever reason, he started talking to me a lot, and I was like, hey, you know what? I kind of feel bad for him. I still think he's a fucking weirdo. Let's maybe, make the show work out, and I want to kind of see exactly what he's going through and kind of what's going on in his crazy head. And then it turned slowly into, especially after him calling me every single morning at 6 a.m. to talk about whatever problems he has with whatever, he thought that he couldn't talk to for the day. I actually was like, hey, Chris, like, I'm going to try to help you. Like, this is how you can hopefully get better. This is how hopefully you can really talk to somebody, not threatening.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyways, I'm going way too long. Anyways,
that's fine.
So the answer is started off just making fun of him, ended with me actually liking him, but thinking that he has a lot of problems that I can't solve.
But you when it comes to like the helping him, talking to him, that was mostly off air, right?
It was a lot of off air, yes.
Yes. I just want to get an understanding. So maybe even Clarke, who maybe doesn't know this. I don't know how much you both know about each other. I really don't. I thought me and Clarke had talked before, but apparently we haven't. So
in a past life.
Yeah, exactly. In a past life, we were. You were the lady, though. You were the lady. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Long, luscious hair, full lips,
beautiful.
Stop.
My. Okay. Hey, so like, Clarke, do you know about any of this? Like how Cantillions and Kiwi used to talk off air? Like, did you talk to him about that, or were you just a listener and you were just like, hey, I'm concerned about this guy, I think
the on-air behavior pretty much nulls the rest of that. Like it makes it pointless. Like it doesn't matter because it goes to show that the entire reason for him to, in private, quote, help the Kiwi and try to help him better himself. It's all just for content. It's all just to make stuff for the podcast. You're not really trying to just help the guy and be his friend. You're trying to keep the ball rolling.
I would definitely say that the entertainment came first. Absolutely. Yeah, it did. Entertainment came first. It's a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is a show.
So I've never admitted anything besides that.
Right.
However, also talking to the guy and being like, hey, maybe through this entertainment, you'll realize how, I don't care about the vaccines cause autism. I don't care about that. He can believe that Jews control the world. I don't care. It was the threats. It was the threats of violence. And then when it came to that, him saying, hey, I honestly thought and I empathize with these school shooters, that's where it crossed the line. I don't want to be associated with that if that ever happens. I want to be very clear in saying that, hey, this guy has way more problems and you should not do it. We can talk about anything else.
I mean, you don't think you could have? You think you could have told him that it's wrong in maybe a gentler tone, perhaps?
Well, okay, maybe, yeah, sure, I'll give you that. But I'm not going to hate on myself or dislike myself for being strong-willed against him shooting up other people.
Right. Well, I mean, again, speak for anybody else, but the impression that I got, that, like, as somebody who I'd only like occasionally listen to it, like I would only pop into the VC and listen when it was live when I'm at like work or something, and it seemed very like mean spirited to me. Like you were just trying to get him to talk about this shit to put him down and make yourself feel better.
It's not making myself feel better. It's about making other normal people feel better. Being like, hey, you know what? I really hope that somebody said that shit to.
You shouldn't feel good about not having the urge to shoot up a school.
No. Okay, but you don't think like talking to him and being like, hey, dude, you're fucking weirdo, man, and like laughing at him and stuff. You don't think that might detract from some of the more negative aspects of him?
Well, no, but you should. I mean, when you're talking to somebody like this, who again is severely autistic, you gotta understand that this person's like gone through some fucking shit, had a rough life, rough upbringing, probably been bullied a lot, probably been rejected a lot, and.
Yeah, and I agree. Like in private, I definitely see your point. But like in the sense of like comedy, even if you don't agree with the way that like, even if you yourself might not enjoy it, you don't think like
I don't think
there's a point to it.
It wasn't necessarily comedic. I don't think.
Well, to you, I mean, I had not a bunch of people. I think I had a few people who enjoyed it.
I mean, it was just people laughing at the fact that you got Chris to say that he empathized with shooters. I mean,
yeah, and that's a pretty entertaining hot take.
Yeah,
it's the whole point of the show is what's Chris gonna say next.
I mean, I guess it's if you don't think too like deep into it. I guess it's funny. I guess it's hilarious.
No, I mean, I will definitely. No, I'm not saying it's funny. I'm saying it was a shitty, horrible show. Yeah. God, I'm not a good host. I am not gonna be the next big Dick Masterson. I know that.
I'm not saying you're a bad host. You're a fine host. That wasn't the point.
Not as good as Smug.
The point is just
very true.
Yeah, the point is how you treated him, and just the entire point of the show was that, like, of course it wasn't going to be sustainable. Of course not. My ultimate goal for the show was that he goes to jail, and the last episode was going to be before he goes to jail for threatening and harassing women. Yeah, that
was going to be the final penultimate episode.
Okay, well, you don't see how that's a little fucked up.
What's more fucked up is him threatening people, and he shouldn't be online.
He just threatens people. He's just fucking harmless, though.
Okay. Okay. I might be agreeing a little bit with Clarke here that you don't like I see like making fun of the guy like that to me I can understand that from a comedic standpoint. Yeah, like it's a bit funny to watch that, but like if the penultimate goal was to like see him go to jail, I don't think that is.
No,
it was not the goal. It was not the goal. That was never the goal. I'm just saying that was the most.
It was something you expected.
Your stated goal is to help him find the girlfriend, right? Which is probably one of several. By the way, Cantillions, have you known of any of these people that have catfished him, which are clearly catfishes, and have you not told him that? Yeah, these are clearly fucking dudes. Have you just let those play out for like comedy on your show?
Like which ones?
Any of them.
The one that was on the show?
No, the one that was on the Dick show. I said that's a catfish. I did say that.
Yeah.
The other ones where I really didn't know, I really don't know, and I can't say either which way. But I even said that. Hey,
but he told you about them, right? Yeah. Right. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. No, I said any girl that's talking to you, for one thing, is probably nuts as shit who really likes you for what you've done on the show. Be careful with them until they actually really get to know you.
Well, you don't see how that's fucking misleading and just letting him you're talking him into falling for catfishes.
Okay, I don't agree with that at all.
Okay, I don't agree with that.
Okay. Saying like you saying that people might be interested. Like
he's telling people that they're any woman who's approaching you and trying to make romantic advances on you, it's probably just like a big super fan.
No, but he said that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, he said that people, and of course, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said that some people might be super fans and that he should be wary about those. But he also said that the cases where he did know that it was catfishing, he told him that it was catfishing. If that's correct. If that's correct at all.
That's exactly correct. That's exactly what I said on the show, and you can listen back, and that's what I said.
All right. That's fine.
Hey, Cameron, if you actually listen to the show instead of just try to fucking blow it up because either you're virtue signaling yourself, I want to throw this right back at you, buddy.
Yeah.
Either that you're virtue signaling over autists because you identify with them.
What am I going out with?
I'm just saying, I'm not sure if you identify with autists like Chris identifies as school shooters. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
I don't know. I've listened to your podcast and it is pretty fucking autistic, so that's fine. Second of all,
also on episode 4.
Episode 4, best episode yet.
That's because Tomas was on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, Cameron Clarke, you can actually blame this entire podcast.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
On 2 friends and X. You know why?
Wait,
because
what?
2 friends. Yes, you can. You know why? Because 2 friends and I'm not sure. Can we mention your old co-host name?
Yeah, you can mention Zakara. Don't worry. Go ahead.
2 hosts and Zakara. They were the first people ever to invite me on a long form podcast to actually hang out. That was
actually good.
Got a taste of the blood.
I got a taste of the blood of what it means to podcast.
Like,
this is fucking fun. And you know what? And then I started going on like public Discord chat rooms and trying to be a podcast. Anyways, whatever. It's fucking weird. Hopefully there's no recordings because it was really cringy. But that is how I decided to get into this. So
I don't like this. I don't like this throwing up the handle to us. Like, I don't even know this Kiwi dude. I'm not responsible.
I'm not throwing any anger. No, you're not responsible for anything. But I'm just saying that's why I got into podcasting. So Cameron, them.
The 2 friends, Smuck, fucking bullying an autistic person, basically.
Yeah, well, we kind of
very roundabout way, but
well, we kind of did. I'm not gonna.
How does it feel to bully an autistic man, Smuck? I'm sure it feels great.
Well, wait, awesome. Man, what are you saying about Zakara?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Hey.
Well, hey, I had a point, but then it got lost in translation when you uttered the name of the podcast, and my small little animal brain went into fight or flight. So,
Tomas, what are you up to? What are you doing? What are you doing, Tomas?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just confused.
Don't at him, bro. Don't
at me.
Tomas.
Yeah, you better not do that.
You got any bits? You got any bits for us? You got some bits?
No.
Oh.
God damn it, you're such a terrible podcast.
This is Smuck's podcast, not mine. I'm not.
Cameron, do you speak French? At least a little bit. A tiny bit of French. You feel like you do. You do. Ah, wonderful. Tu parlais un petit le français?
Oui.
Si, senor. That's great. Well, a little throwback to the beginning of the episode, where I only know like 1.5 sentences in French. and I have this survival mechanism that whenever somebody walks up to me and tries to talk to me and ask for like change, like a homeless person or something, instead of being like, I can't. My survival instinct is to try to speak into them in a foreign language, in something they wouldn't know. And when I was on my beautiful European trip across all of Europe, surprisingly, I still try to use this tactic. Unbeknownst to me, a lot of people speak French in Europe, so I did that a couple times where I was like, je parlais un petit de le français, and they were like, oh oui oui, tu parlais de le français. I was like, oh no, and I just had to sit there and look them in the eyes and be like, sorry dude, I don't speak French. And they just looking confused and angry at me. Be like, just tell me you don't have change, man. And most of the
Chinese or something.
Yeah, most of the time I just ended up giving them change if they knew a little bit of French. I just sat there quietly and I found some change and I gave it to them out of shame because I didn't want to reveal that I wasn't French. And yeah, it's pretty much just a little tangent. And do you guys feel like you've gotten most of what you wanted to say about the Kiva situation out? Yeah. Because I feel like I derailed it a little bit there with my French.
Should like a conclusion or something? It's already been like over an hour.
So it's fine. It's Tomas editing. Go as far as you want.
So Cantillions.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, you think I want to start a fucking podcast with the Kiwi?
I mean, if you do, go fucking right for it. Enjoy being called at 6 a.m. or wherever you are.
I don't.
All right. And you know what? And this is not what it's about. I don't care if you start a podcast. I don't care about anything. I didn't think you even were.
Yeah. No.
If anything, you kind of gave me a little bit of a reprieve, only because it was getting tiring.
Yeah. That's great.
Dealing with him.
That's great. I'm glad you're so relaxed now. Now you would go on the Dick Show and fucking blame me for your podcast shitting out.
I still will blame you. You do. Yeah, you are the main reason why this show fucking ended.
No. He was quitting. He already quit. He was posting on Twitter that he was quitting.
Quit multiple times, you dumb fucking. Like I said before, if you listen to the show, you would know that's the case. It was awesome. You know why?
Yeah.
I was able to make $40. I was able to go on the Dick Show. I actually met him and went to the studio.
Yeah.
I was able to piss you off.
And I was able,
I don't know, because you fucking ended it. I don't care. Like, you actually.
I didn't end the show to fucking piss you off. How many times do I need to tell you this,
Cameron Clarke, I got.
I didn't end it. First of all, what?
You become part of it. I got in your mind. It's okay, buddy. It's fine. It's fine.
Is this what they call projecting? Is this what projecting is?
Oh no, you did. I did a great job. I just got in there and just fucked your brain because you actually had to get yourself involved. You know what? I'm big enough of a podcast. You try to go into the Dick Show and try to cause problems. And you know what?
What are you talking about?
Show and try to cause problems. The Dick Show. No, you know why? It's because I'm that fucking good. That's why I actually got to get fucked with.
You're great. You're great, Cantillions. No, going to the Dick Show trying to cause problems. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're not getting banned for anything. That's fine. It's fine.
No. Then again, banned for any reason. It's a bunch of fucking furries got mad.
Okay. Furries? Nah,
I'm glad. Yeah. I am so happy I can be in a group. I can be in a group of a bunch of furries. You know why? Because that pisses you off so much. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, Cameron.
Yeah, it makes me.
It makes you feel good. Makes you have a big dick. Makes you feel like you're a big swinging e-dick. That's fine. That's good, dude.
Yeah.
I won.
Lost
my podcast, even though I lost my podcast Patreon and everything else because you had a small part to
play. You're living rent free in my head. You gotta place to live at least. So.
Even though I'm blaming you for everything.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are becoming great friends. So I'm glad we did this.
I got somebody so pissed off at me for quote ruining your podcast that he got drunk and in a drunk sad rage went and reported all my fucking tweets, got me banned for 12 hours.
Whoa! I did not do one fucking.
No,
thing.
not you, not you. One of your podcast fans.
Kiwi, obviously Kiwi.
Because you went out and fucking blamed me for this.
Oh, I really did.
Yeah.
Serves you right, fucking.
Oh
my god.
I don't think it's fair to judge somebody by the actions of their fans. I don't think that's very fair.
Exactly. But, I can control my fans, and that's why I didn't ban you for a while. But I did get. I did. You did ban me. I did ban you because I was pissed off at you, but I tried not to for the longest time.
Yeah. All it took was for me to come in and tell you how you fucked up, and then
I think poetic justice. I think poetic justice.
Tell me what I did wrong.
Might inquire you both. Leave this not behind, for God's sake. No, keep this going. This is great. But Cantillions, maybe you should unban Cameron.
Already did.
Oh, okay, great. And you can start forming a new relationship. Maybe start your own podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe this can be the birth. Yeah, come on.
Cantillions, you're always welcome to come on the Cameron Clarke show anytime.
If I might be calling into the Dickheads podcast tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.
If you do, I'll smoke a cigar for every episode, and one day I'll die of lung cancer because of you. Both.
You don't inhale the cigars. That's the.
Well, I do. Because I want to get it.
If you listen to the Chris Cantcast, you will learn that lesson from Chris the Kiwi himself.
Wow, that's amazing.
Maybe I'll give that show a listen. I'll download the talk.
All right.
Now that's wonderful.
Maybe you'll actually learn that I was trying to help him out all along.
Yeah.
Now, you know what, guys? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened in the end. It's the friends we gained along the way.
Yeah. And now we're good friends, Cantillions. We're gonna go hang out. We're gonna go
fucking hate you, but okay, that's fine. Let's go.
Let's go on, have a beer after this podcast.
Yeah, friend each other right now. Discord.
Yeah, that's how you become friends officially. That's how me and Tomas became friends.
Well, Tomas and I will go out in the swinging city of Laguna Niguel.
You still have to do the intro together.
Don't talk to me.
Cameron, can you just not too specific? Do you know can you say what state you live in, or are you afraid you're somebody?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Fuck, that's too far away. Otherwise, I wanted all of the Americans to do an intro together for this episode of the podcast and do a high five.
That's really gay.
Okay, Tomas, Cantillion, you have to do it. I'll PayPal you both $10 if you do it.
$10 is $10.
It's exactly.
Make it 40.
No. I'll make it $10 and I'll pay for a beer when you come to Europe.
I'm not drinking a beer.
Yes, you are.
Oh my god.
I'm making you.
He drinks White Claw.
Hell yeah.
I don't.
That's my shit.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
No law, White Claw.
Like seltzer.
Call me a fucking lobster because I got these claws, baby.
What are you even talking about? You're insane. You're an insane person.
No, any of these references.
Speaking insanity, you've been cursed by the devil himself. Anyways,
on the rage, I get it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do we feel like we've gotten a good wrap up on all of this?
Yeah, we're good.
Sure. All right. So, do all of you, or most of you, Tomas, I'm looking at you.
Huh?
Do all of you have some form of alcohol close by?
No.
Yeah.
In the nearby vicinity?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
No. Okay.
Yeah,
sure. Why not? Yeah.
Okay. My idea is we do a chugging contest right now.
I could drink water.
For choice of beverage. Because I have a 3-liter vodka, and I want to see if somebody can beat me at chugging straight alcohol.
I feel like not to be accusatory or insulting, but I feel like chugging water might be just as painful to person for Tomas.
I have a LaCroix. How about that?
Okay. Yes. Continue. We'll see who will pussy out first out of you with your LaCroix and me with my 3-liter vodka.
Doesn't matter how much water I got.
I got a beverage here.
I will beat anybody in chugging contest. When I was drinking, I could beat anybody, hands down. I will do it.
Okay. So, do you How do we wait? How do we do this if you're drinking another substance than me and not from the same bottle?
This is a video podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, but I was planning on filming my part at least. It's up to you if you want to film yours.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
You can just film a video. Just film a video and then send it to us on Discord. It's fine.
All right.
Let's do it. Turn on the camera right now.
Okay. You just tell me whenever you have a camera ready, and we can all film together, and film and chug, and whoever pussies out first is a fucking fuckhead.
Stream it, Smug. Put your camera on.
All right, I'm ready.
I will. Okay, let me turn my camera on.
Who's that? Is that Cameron or Cantillions?
That's Cameron.
That's Cantillions there, buddy.
Oh fuck! I was wrong. I was wrong about this. How am I gonna chug this when you have one fucking LaCroix? This doesn't seem fair.
You should have picked a different drink.
I have a 3-liter bottle of vodka.
It's like a different soda, but it's close enough. Whatever.
Jesus fuck! How am I supposed to do this? I mean, what 3 liters
you gotta be better than me.
Oh my god!
All right, we're ready.
This doesn't seem fair. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna puke.
Okay, good.
Count down.
All right, do it.
Okay, counts.
3,
sweetheart.
3, 2, 1.
Oh! What the fuck?
Quit being a bitch there, buddy. It's already done. Yeah, okay.
Snuck your right.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you subscribe to the 2 and oh my god, this man's gonna die.
I wasn't on camera, but
that's been it.
Just let it be known that I won.
Okay.
You're right back. You do the outro, Tomas. I'm going to the bathroom.
That's it. Stop recording.
All right, everybody. Thanks for having me on. This was fun. Cameron Clarke, go fuck yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow night. We'll make our media rounds on on the TDS.
Tomorrow will be the friendship episode. We're gonna plant we planted the seed this episode, and tomorrow we're gonna grow it.
Whatever. All right, I'm out of here. All right, bye guys.